The Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, redeem the time because the days are evil. I was thinking about Jesus and the allotted time that he had, which was 3.5 years of ministry, and how he took advantage of every single day. He did something that would bring God glory. There has been times that I have sat and talked with people that were told that they had 6 months to a year to live, and that they were to redeem that time. I know one lady in particular that instead of doing good and creating memories with her children or with her family, she decided to go sow her oats. She decided to go do the things she always wanted to do, to go drink, and she tried drugs and, slept around and all these things, and how time was so wasted on things that are so irrelevant to life in itself. Yeah, I understand that some people want to sow the oats. I only got one life, and I'm going to live it to the fullest until I die. But the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, that we are to redeem the time because the days are evil. In Luke 9:51, the Bible says, now when the time was approaching for him, being Jesus, to be taken up to die, he was determined to go to Jerusalem to fulfill his purpose. That in Jesus' ministry, there came a time when Jesus stopped in his tracks, he turned his face towards Jerusalem, and he stayed the course. And one thing that Jesus knew was that it is assured that I will die in Jerusalem. He didn't avoid it. He redeemed the time that he had, and he embraced it and did everything that he could for the kingdom, even though he knew his end drew near. I think about Luke chapter 13. 3 days away from crucifixion, the religious leaders come to him and they tell him, leave this place, get away, because Herod wants to kill you. In verse 32, it says, but Jesus said, go tell that fox, look, I will keep driving out demons and healing people today and tomorrow, and on the third day I will reach my goal. Nevertheless, I must keep going today and tomorrow and the next day, for it is not admissible for a prophet to perish outside of Jerusalem. And what was Jesus saying? Jesus was saying, hey, look, all I have is 3 days left. And that fox is not going to keep me away from my destiny. I will drive out demons today, I will heal the sick tomorrow, and on the third day I will reach my destiny. And Jesus said in his heart, I will redeem the time that has given to me. And you look at from the time that he came into ministry till this time right here that it talks about in Luke chapter 13. He had 3 days left. And in the last 3 days that he had, he tells the Pharisees, the religious leaders, go tell that fox that in the last 3 days that I have, I will do the best that I can. I will redeem the time. I will heal the sick today. I will drive out the demons tomorrow. And on the third day, I will reach my goal. Then he looks over Jerusalem in chapter 13, verse 34, and he says, oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those sent to her. How often I have longed to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you were not willing. Jesus, looking at the religious leaders and how they were pushing him away from Jerusalem, when Jesus knew it was in Jerusalem where his destiny lied. And Jesus knew that it was in Jerusalem that his destiny was death on the cross. To die for you and me, to die for all humanity, to die for those that hated him and despised him. To look at them and say, no, I will keep driving out demons, healing people today and tomorrow. And on the third day, I will reach my goal. Oh, how many of us would avoid that day? How many of us would abuse time and not redeem it? How many of us would sow our oats and go do incorruptible, unreversible things because we would think we would miss out on this world. And so we take advantage of the time that we have allotted to us instead of redeeming it and doing good. Ephesians 5:16 says this, and I repeat, redeem the time because the days are evil. Do the best that you can do and be the best that you can be in the allotted time given to you and to me. God bless you.